Hi, today I'm going to inspect google.com and check for these points: the tag used, speed and resources, HTML structure, CSS techniques, and JavaScript files. So this is the main page. There's probably not many things going on here, but let's check it. Then we'll see different search results like the standard page and images. Let's see in the head. "45 requests, 3.5 megabytes, 1.5 transferred, done content loaded 346 milliseconds, load in 506. Let's see the lighthouse speed. So they're doing 100%. That's great. And performance, and that's what we should expect from Google. That's the browser that they built, and they advocate for performance. Accessibility 90, best practices. SEO is not very relevant for them because they own it. But let's see what's there in SEO viewpoint, because probably they serve another HTML file when this is viewed in mobile, so no need for viewport. Does not have meta description, only those two things. Yes, only those two things. Let me see if it's a progressive web app. It was checked, so it's not. Then for best practices, serve images in low resolution. Only this one, so no big deal. Let me go quickly. The amount of JavaScript. So let's go to the search results, because this page is not very interesting, but it only contains the bare minimum, the search input, location detection, the account that you're logged in. Let me try to log out. Let's try now Lighthouse. It should be even better. It's the same. I'm not sure if I was logged in when I first saw the resources. Yeah, I was logged in. So if you're logged in, obviously it makes additional requests and the amount of content is larger. So only 2.6 megabytes, 1.1 transferred, 600 milliseconds, down content loaded, and load 371 milliseconds. So it's great. Now let's go to search page, to search results. So to a regular page, not the location, so we don't have the map, but afterwards we'll do that as well. So let's see this page without scrolling, without being connected. Let's open Lighthouse. Before running this report, I will open a regular page where I'm not in a private window, so I can use an extension to check the technologies. So this is the page without incognito, so I can use this plugin, build with. It's having this warning again on popular websites that the technology is misleading, but some of these things I think are true. Let me see if I find something interesting. They're using the very core technologies, no plugins, not from what I can see, no frameworks, maybe their own stuff, but it's bare minimum. So let me go back to the private window. There's nothing interesting provided by the plugin, by the Chrome extension. Let me refresh, so let's check now. So because we've typed memes, there are some images because the search is for images. 99 performance, amazing. Accessibility 88, best practices 83, and SEO 64. Why would they need SEO if they're the search engine guys? So everything superbly done. A warning: reduce unused JavaScript. And they don't have any useful information in the files, in the name of the file, so you can't really tell what's going on there. But this is the only, I think this is the only warning. No, there are some more. Ensure text remain visible during web font load. Third-party resources can be lazy loaded. Something from YouTube, maybe there are some videos in result. Images do not have explicit width and height, does not have viewport. Avoid excessive DOM size. So this is interesting. Why are they having a large DOM size? Because there aren't many things going on the page. But if they do 99 performance, so there's no big deal in checking what they're doing wrong, because they're doing a lot of things done well, very well. So let me review the points. Tag used. Let me see the HTML. Maybe I can detect if they're using something. Google API. I think that's what GAPI stands for. They probably have some feature detection because this is ES6, so it's beyond 2015 technology. They probably serve other JavaScript files to older browsers. One external CSS file, and the rest are in line. I wonder why they're using an external JavaScript file here. Oh, it's loaded asynchronous. YouTube player. Interesting. No signs of kind of framework, it's just raw HTML with JavaScript. So that's why the search website is so fast. It uses only the bare minimum for its content, and they don't have to display any fancy things. They show a few images if the search term relates to that. Then the favicon of each website. Most of the scripts are loaded asynchronously. So in terms of technology, they seem not to use any kind of known plugins or frameworks. So in terms of the technologies, they don't seem to use any external ones. They have all in-house built. Now let's go to, let me check the points actually, the tech used, internal things, and the bare minimum. Speed and resources. Speed is 99 on the search. Let me try a term that won't generate images. So this is without any images except the icons from the websites. They probably have some JavaScript for connecting. Then you for vocal search, lens, settings and safety of the search, then the filters. And these are URLs. Let me do a report on this page. 99 again. Accessibility 91%, best practices 92. Let's go to resources. Mainly non-media files. 64 requests. The amount of external JavaScript 20 files. CSS inline files 1 file. Images 29. 3 fonts. 2 documents. Fetch XHR 4. So they don't use a lot of resources, they use only the bare minimum. Let's see the HTML structure. me see if we get a warning on DOM size on this one. Reduce unused JavaScript, excessive DOM size. And so if you have 2000 elements, it's considered excessive DOM size. But they show one maximum DOM depth. This might be the problem. They have 34 depth. This is the content, inline styles. And you can see the name is top stuff, which means that it's been hand coded. It's not, I think it's not automatically generated. Some of them are like this one and this one. JS controller. ID search. And these are the items. I think it's too much, a little too much nesting. Here it's actually a BR element. For break, heading 3. Some of their classes are probably automatically generated, but some of the content you can see it's very easy to spot that it's manually written. Top stuff, search. And just some text. So the HTML structure is very simple, a little, and only the nesting thing might be better. Then CSS techniques. We saw that they have only one external CSS file, but let's see the inline style elements. So they have 36 inline style elements. So they prefer inline styles. Let me check some of the style. Let me actually check it on the elements. This is their general CSS file. I don't even think they have media queries here because they probably serve another content for mobiles. Let me search for media. Oh, actually they have some 32 media ones. Let me see if this one is responsive. It isn't responsive, but if you reload the page, I think I'll do that. Let's actually do it now. No, it doesn't. Let's see in phone view. Now they do it. Now they load a separate one. So they have different HTML for mobiles. CSS and they have additional HTML, of course, for mobiles. Let me run Lighthouse for mobile. So interesting, they can do better on mobile, but probably they have few searches from mobile website than they have through their apps. Reduce unused JavaScript. This is probably the main concern. Does not use passive listeners to improve scrolling performance. Some third-party resources can be lazy loaded with a facade. I'm surprised that the score is not 90 plus on mobiles, because they're a big advocate of improving the performance for mobiles. So we checked the CSS techniques and the JavaScript file. Let's go it now. We saw that there are few, only 19, and the amount of the content is not high. So the largest one is this one, 500. I think this is, let me see. Yes, 1.9 megabytes, which for a large website is super small, but we saw in the report that it can be better. And let's inspect some of the JavaScript files, maybe we can see something useful. Maybe they're doing some analytics, which for sure they do. Something about the animation. Some CSS. Some DOM. Something about cookies. I think row stands from country. let's see if we scroll what will happen. So the load additional. I noticed that sometimes they don't show page numbers, but they show content only after you scroll. You don't need to go to pages. And I think what they're doing, and they are making requests to the server for the additional pages that appear at the bottom. Now let's go to images and see what is happening there. Will they reload the page, or will it just transition without a page reload? It's an actual page reload. So let's see Lighthouse here on desktop. Very good result on desktop. Let me try to open it like this. So we have additional content being loaded, maybe that affects it. Or the score is really that good. The score is actually good, very good. Reduce unused JavaScript. Ensure text remains visible during web font load. So they seem to have multiple fonts here. They're using more fonts on the images page. Let's see Lighthouse for mobile. So it's lower, it's not reaching 90 plus. Let's see the main issues here. First, contentful paint, total blocking time, speed index, largest contentful paint. The main issue, reduce unused JavaScript. And I think this is the only thing that's keeping them from 90 plus. So this is what they can do to improve it. I'm actually curious if they do some testing on their own pages, because they insist a lot on performance and on mobile. The resources here are 100, about 100. $137 if the screen is larger, because it detects that the images are visible and it loads them. The load 757 milliseconds, down content loaded 555, 4.5 megabytes, resources 1.7 transferred. Mainly images, of course, because it's the search for images. Let's see the HTML here. It should be pretty simple. Well, it isn't. But it's neither very complicated. Let's see what happens when we click an image. "38 requests. So the only thing that I've seen that can be improved is the mobile version. Maybe they haven't put a lot of effort on that because probably their users use apps for searching on mobile, so it's not a big deal for them. Other than that, the performance is very good. They use the bare minimum in their HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So this is what they also recommend in their speed reports. And I think that's it. That's the review of google.com. Thank you for watching, have a great day, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.